a lot in. Okay, hello. It is Friday afternoon, and welcome to a new vlog. If you've watched the last video I put out, this is pretty much a continuation on from that video, but this will be an elongated vlog. So I've got a piece of tissue in my hands because I was cleaning my camera lens. I have a lot of reading to do for the culture essay that is due out on Sunday. A little bit behind, but I'm going to spend pretty much all of tomorrow just making sure that the essay is where it needs to be so that it can be publishable on Sunday. It's about patterns and trying to make sense of tragedy in particular. When a life is full of tragedy, there's like the instinct to try and attribute a reason for it or make connections between the tragedies in order to like understand it better, which I guess is synonymous with making peace with something, maybe. And it's through the lens of what happened to Marcus Facana. I hope that I'm pronouncing his last name right. I should really just check these things, but I'm pretty sure it's Marcus Facana. For those of you who don't know, or those of you who are outside of the UK, he was a 19-year-old boy who was imprisoned in Dubai last year for a year for having sex with a 17-year-old girl, which obviously in Dubai and in those parts of the world, that is under the age of consent, whereas in the UK it is legal. He was 18 at the time. Her mother found out about it and pressed charges. He ended up doing 6 months after a lot of campaigning. He came back to the UK in July, I believe, and then literally 3 months to the day he died in a car crash. I've covered the story before in my substack in 1 or 2 newsletters, and so it makes sense to just continue where we left off, and it's obviously a story that's close to a lot of our hearts. Yeah, it just kind of got the cogs in my mind like working about how we naturally kind of look at these sorts of incidents, particularly situations of like injustice after injustice after injustice. And Marcus Facana was also somebody that was very close to the Lord as well. He had a faith, and I think that always adds like an extra sort of element to these sorts of conversations as well, about who I guess deserves these things, for lack of a better phrase. And so I thought I'd write about it this week, and I've got a bit of reading that I need to do to just make sure the piece is well rounded and that I hit all the points I want to make. We have 2 pretty long essays that we need to read through. I also need to write the piece. I've started writing it, as I mentioned in the vlog that just went out, and I need to do some more work. I'm going to spend a couple hours in a coffee shop nearby. You know, same old, and we will continue vlogging through this process until it is ready to be published, and then some, as we do usually on this channel. My everyday bag, smart milk bag that I brought earlier in the year. It's always weird to contrast something so heavy with something that's relatively shallow, but what can I do? I'm a human being. So yeah, this has got my laptop and stuff in it. I made a coffee which is in a travel cup downstairs. I'm going to get that. I'm going to walk to the coffee shop. I have done a good amount, to be honest. I did a bit of reading and I wrote a lot, so that's good. Such a great day outside. I'm about to start the process of washing my hair. Today's Tuesday. I'm also going to go to the gym in a second, and so I'm going to do the usual thing and put my hair in a hair mask. I took my hair out of the mini twists on Sunday, and so I'm going to start the process today. I'm going to wash it when I get back from the gym. I don't know what state my hair is going to be when I take this off. Wow, okay. I'm going to divide it into 4 sections first. I've got the usual mask, a Dr. Miracle's like conditioning sachet. It's very herbal, very pepperminty. I like the tingly sensation, and it hasn't harmed me so far, so we're going to put this on. I spent yesterday mapping out the devotional I do this week. I am a writer. I have a newsletter thing going on Substack at the moment. I write culture and faith-based essays twice a week. So the one that comes out first and earliest in the week on a Wednesday is the devotional. And it's very much just different things I've encountered on my own journey. I've been taking my faith seriously for 5 years. This week's topic is about inner conflict. I feel like we spend about 50% of our lives in inner conflict and inner turmoil, trying to make good decisions and go against our feelings in a lot of situations, doing things you might not necessarily want to do, ending relationships, ending different periods and stuff in our lives to move on to better things, even when we don't necessarily feel ready or able to do it. And that's very much like a brief explanation of what Christianity is, well, in my experience. So that's essentially what the devotion was about, and I have finished it, and I've chosen artwork for it, and I've named it, and I've scheduled it on my Substack to come out tomorrow. That leaves us in a good place to start our other bits and pieces for the week. I don't know if you can tell, but it's a very dull grey day outside, but I feel like maybe I should just stop saying that because it is October and it's hardly shocking. It is come up to 4:45 on a Friday. Today is the 17th of October. I've done my hair, which another great hair day, I must say. But I am on my way out because I am going for a little bit of a catch up with my friends. We're going for dinner. We're all at that age now where whenever we meet up, it's pretty much dinner and maybe a drink or two. Going somewhere local and trying somewhere new. It is an Indo-African restaurant. I am here A, to update the vlog, and B, because I brought a new jacket and I thought we could unbox it together. I'm obviously wearing this today. First of all, the collar, like, it buckles up, and this is just a very perfect jacket in my opinion. I'm having a little bit of a moment with leather, or faux leather should I say. I got this from ASOS. I mean, that's where I get most of my clothes, to be honest, that of the charity shop. I brought some new trainers as well, some new running trainers. Not that exciting, in all fairness. Also don't know what type these are. They're very generic trainers, they're nothing like special, but they get the job done. I brought them out for a little bit of a test run on Tuesday. I made myself a new body butter because we're at that time suddenly where I need a thicker moisturiser for my skin. And I was seeing ashiness when I was just using coconut oil, so I made myself a new body butter with shea butter, coconut oil, vitamin E oil, and a little bit of lavender. Just gonna bring this black bag. It's annoying because my room's obviously quite small, and so I can't like do zoomed out shots to do like some outfit reveals, but I'm wearing like this black 3/4 length bodysuit sort of thing, and the legs are flared. My brother's shouting. And the legs are flared, and I'm wearing sandals because I feel like I can just about get away with it. Nails aren't done. I just love this colour so much, so I'm not even like mad at it. I always feel a little bit silly having these glasses on at home, but I've been working from my bedroom again, and they've definitely helped me to feel like I'm locked in. Today is Monday. It is Monday early evening. I have been in my room writing the devotional due out on Wednesday. We have pretty much finished it. I just need to write the third and final paragraph and we're pretty much done, which is great news because this week is a little bit full on. Wednesday is my sister's birthday, and so this week is very much prioritising work, yes, but celebration and enjoyment also. This week's devotional is about God's power versus our own striving. Our own striving is us forcing, manipulating, prizing people's hands open in order to get the things that we feel that we most want, begging, all the stuff that we feel like we need to do when we're in between a rock and a hard place and we feel like nothing that we're doing is working. We could do all of that and we would still only get like a third of what God intends to give us if only we would just wait. And obviously patience is not my strong point personally. Getting into like a relationship with God or like taking your faith seriously, that can come with its own sacrifices and like feelings of displeasure, being out of control, having to wait on God. He promises to make our lives worth living, or more than that, but most of the time there's a little bit of a wait period. In between that wait we can get a little bit angsty and start trying to strive to bring about things, and that can be relationships, that can be careers, that can be anything worth having. So yeah, that is what the devotional is about. In my last vlog, I went with my sister to look for something to wear for her birthday. Her birthday, as I said, is on Wednesday, and we were unsuccessful. She's ordered something, but we're unsure as to whether it's going to come on time, and so we are going to go and see what we can find in person again today. The weather is atrocious today. It has stopped raining. It's still wet and very like gloomy and just cold now. But nothing that a scarf and a jumper and the right coat can't fix. back in bed. It is a different day. Today's Thursday. I really want to wash out my hair. I went out for a fancy dinner for my sister's birthday celebration last night. We went to Ibai. Does very good steak after doing a lot of shopping, trying to find her the right dress, which we did find in no other than TK Maxx, which is just such a TK Maxx is such an experience. I think I can only really appreciate it now that I'm older. I just have core memories of being dragged in there by my dad specifically. But we went to the one in Stratford. I spent some money I didn't plan on spending. I was on the lookout for like another pair of shoes and I found those in TK Maxx. I think I should get closer so you can kind of see what they actually are. They're like Puma canvas shoes with like the trademark Puma sort of strip of white on them. They remind me a little bit of Adidas Sambas. I got these for £40 and they were originally 80, I think. Next one I got was a bag. It's got my stuff in it at the moment because I wore it yesterday with an all white skirt and flowy top sort of situation. It's quite big. I mean, it's not too big that you can't wear it on a night out, but it fits a lot in. It's a True Religion jean bag, which I'm sure you can tell from like the iconic pocket and also obviously the logo. They had a black one with white stitching, they had this one, and it's got like a side handle as well that I need to clip to the other side. That's what I got. But I feel like those are two things that will make all the difference to my wardrobe and like my outfits more generally speaking. So yeah, I'm just gonna figure out what on earth I'm doing writing wise for the remainder of the week. I feel like we've covered a lot of newsletters in this vlog. I feel like I've been vlogging for a while and I'm trying to figure out where to end this vlog. I'm supposed to be going out tomorrow as well, and so I'm wondering, do I wash out my hair now and just redo this whole style again, because I'm probably gonna have my hair like this. These slick backs always have the tendency to go white after a while, so